Hello. Hello. We are on, I think. I hope. I hope you can hear me. I hope you have a hot beverage. I have, look at this mug. It's almost as big as my head. So I have a huge cup of tea and it says, keep reading, because that's what we need to do, right? Keep reading. Mm. How are you today, people? Ben says, I am surrounded by piles of books, trying to sort them out. Yeah, you built new bookshelves yesterday. And now is like the real work, trying to figure out how to sort them, where to put them, all those kinds of things. So I guess you're going to do some book sorting during the sprints. That's my guess. I'm trying to kickstart December and Dark December Readathon by reading this book. It's the same book. Tre menn til Vilma, or Three Men for Vilma by Gudrun Skretting. And it's a Christmas book of sorts. I don't know how cozy it will actually be. I'm about 50 pages in. And I like the main character so far. I really like the main character so far. So that's what I'm going to be reading today. It's how many pages in total? Almost 450 pages long. So we'll see. So Ben says, I did. It was an experience. The fixed shelf is causing me some annoyance. Oh, yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine that because sometimes if it's fixed, you can't really decide how tall it's going to be, and you might have like some shorter shelves for like sorting, like shorter books, and then like maybe taller shelves for like higher, like taller books. That's normally what I do anyway. Mm. So for today's sprint, I was a bit worried that I wouldn't have enough light because I was thinking that, oh, I need to catch the daylight. But uh, it was foggy. It was foggy earlier. No, it's even more foggy. And being a Brit fan, you know this. When it's foggy, really foggy, it gets quite dark. So I was like, just like seeing how things would work out with my like an extra lamp, like a video lamp thing, and that seems to work okay. So that's what I'm doing. Then says some of my hardbacks are slightly taller than I expected, so I'm being creative. Yeah. Uh, so so yeah. What we do in the library is that we tilt the book. So rather than having it like standing like so, we tilt them so they stand like so on the shelf, like this. It's not ideal, but if it's too tall, it's too tall. Then says I live in a fog-heavy area because of the moss. Ah, right, I didn't know that. Um, to be honest with you, I don't really mind fog. I think fog is kind of cozy. I actually do prefer fog to rain. Um, and I don't mind it at all. But it's not very often we have like fog like this late in the day. It's no 12:39 here, p.m. I'm struggling with the AM PM thing still. Mm, So then, what are you currently reading? Are you currently reading anything fun or fun? Knowing you, maybe fun is not the right word. Um, and do you have a hot beverage? Have you been caffeinated enough yet for this morning? Because I know it's still morning in the UK. Then says, I love fog, especially as you can actually see the pooling in the dips. Ooh, that's nice. Yes, I am caffeinated. I am glad to hear that, Ben. I'm very glad to hear that. Um, I well, we have a coffee advent calendar this year, and of course we started today with that coffee. So every day there's like a small bag of coffee, and it's enough beans for um half-liter water, like 5 deciliter of water, and our AeroPress XL, like the big AeroPress, it's 5 deciliter water, and that makes 2 cups of coffee. So that is perfect for us. So we share it. So we actually split the cost for the advent calendar. So we're both having it together, which is nice. And the coffee this morning was really good. It was like one of the cups of excellence. And of course, it's like whole beans, so we have to grind them, but we do that anyway. So I was so happy about that coffee, and I'm already looking forward to tomorrow's coffee. I'll see if I can manage to drag my partner out of bed like early in the morning before I go to work. But we'll see. We'll see. There are some mornings where I have to be at work, sometimes at 8, but probably not in December. I hope. I hope. Because that would suck. Because like, I'm not sure if I can like drag him out of bed at 6 o'clock in the morning when he doesn't really have to. Mm, but we'll see. So um, there's I would love for him to be like up and have coffee with me in the morning, but we'll see how well it goes. He normally doesn't get up until like 8 o'clock when I'm normally on my way to work or already at work. I'm supposed to be at work at 8. Must admit that doesn't happen every day, and last week was tough. I didn't sleep well, so yeah, there's that. Mm. Then says, I am reading a sci-fi detective thing called Duckett and Dyer. Ducks for hire. Ducks. It is totally absurd and a lot of fun. Oh, that's good. Um, I actually read a kind of a cozy science fiction detective mystery thing. The Mimicking Unknown Successes. I think I read it in, when did I read it? In May? April? Can't remember when I read it, but it was really good. And there's a follow-up to it as well. And I think it's like a third book that has come out already as well, maybe, I think. Or maybe it comes out on next year. I don't remember. I'm not very good with like keeping up with dates and stuff like that. And that's fine as well. So I guess, will you be like sorting your books this sprint? I'm going to continue reading my book, and drink my tea because I thought it would like just like start like going into the first sprint shortly. And the sprint is going to be 50 minutes. And you're trying to alphabet. Oh, good luck. I don't know how you do it with. Are you doing like both nonfiction? I don't know if you have nonfiction books, but if you are you? Oh, great. No, the battery of my lamp stopped, and I don't know where my charger is. So I guess I have to start with trying to find the charger for my lamp. Uh, that was not what I planned. I had hoped to have the light like for the whole stream. But to be fair, I haven't charged it in, I don't know when I charged it. Uh, so yeah. Yeah. I'll see if I can find the charger. Dang the charge. Yeah. Anyway, I think I'm going to see if I can find the charger, wherever it is in the box. Who knows where I put it? But I'll try to find it, and then I need to charge the battery for the lamp, and hopefully I'll also manage to read a little. Anyway, so we're going to go into the stream, or like the sprint now. It's going to be 50 minutes, and I'll come back for a chat after that. Uh, so then says I have split my NF off, and then I have pulled big collection multi-authors series out. So we shall see. Feels like a full day of doing things. Oh yeah. You're not working today, I guess. You normally work on Sundays, so I actually expected you to be at work, but maybe you're not working today. Are you working today? Mm, so have a good reading coffee. Thank you. I'll also need a searching, and I have tea currently. Mm, and Ben says, I'm on leave. Oh, good. Back tomorrow for an overnight. Ooh. That doesn't sound like fun. Anyway, but that's me being old, and I don't like to be outside at night. I want to be like inside in my bed or something, or with my book. Anyway, I'll see you on the other side of the sprint, and see you later. Hello, 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 hello. Welcome back. As I said, I couldn't find the charger for my lamp, so darkness, here we are. Well, it's fitting for the theme of the readathon. A dark December. It is a dark day. And it's not great, but it is what it is. I'll see if I can try and find the charger at some other point. But I did. I basically just gave up searching around because it was so tiring and it was frustrating me because everything is like in boxes still after over a year. Anyhow, um, so instead of searching, I started reading more. I picked up my book and I read about 50 pages or so. I don't remember. This shouldn't come as a surprise, but I read a lot faster in Norwegian than I do in English, naturally. It's being my native language. And I've gotten a cup of coffee in this little fairy mug. Really cute. It's very hot coffee right now. I prefer coffee when it's not super hot. And I also have a couple of sweeties, vegan sweeties. Mm, try not to eat on camera. Anyway, so how did your sprint go? What did you do? What did you read? Did you get around to read what you wanted? Hi Andy, how are you? Emma Bennett says hi too. Well, hi Emma. And hello Sally. How are you? Sally says, I got my days in a model and thought this was tomorrow. No, tomorrow is Monday. I have to work. I actually set up a stream for Tuesday, but I might have to postpone that because if there's no daylight, if it's dark, I mean it's fairly dark now due to the fog. But if it's darker than it already is, I'm not sure if I'll be able to stream at all. We'll see. So I might have to postpone it, but I'm not doing anything about it right now. But I might move it to another day, earlier in the day, like so some day that I'm not at work during the day. Mm. Hi, Livia. How are you? Mm, mm. Sweeties. Andy says I'm lurking in the background, got bits of work to do. Oh, that's fair. I was actually at work yesterday, and it was okay. Very quiet. Mm, December is like the most quiet month of the year for us. People are probably too busy to go to the library. Sally says, had a Christmas concert last night, so I'm a bit tired today. Oh, yeah, I can only imagine. How did it go? Was there like a lot of people? This was the last one this year, wasn't it? Because you said that you wouldn't have any in December this year, which is kind of unusual. And how is Melody doing? Melody is the cat that Sally has adopted. She's super cute. We're big fans of Melody here. We're like the fan club of Melody. Um, Melody the cat. I actually went to see a cat last weekend on last Saturday, a week ago. My ex-girlfriend's cat. Of course, I visited my ex-girlfriend as well, but she has a cat, and it's always lovely to see him. His name is Loomis, and he's like a red cat. He appears in my Sundays video that I posted last night. So there's like a little bit of a travel and reading vlog up from when I was in Sandnes. Sandnes is in the southwest of Norway. It's south of Stavanger. It takes like 15 minutes on the train from city center to city center. So I was there, met people, and yeah, it wasn't bad. Livia says today I want to edit a video, do some planning, and I have to do laundry. Oh yeah, laundry is never ending. It's very strange, isn't it? I'm not able to do any laundry today because someone else is doing laundry today. So I have to do laundry next weekend. I rarely do laundry during the week because I don't have the spoons during the week, to be honest. If you're not familiar with spoons theory, it's like you have a certain amount of spoons as in energy, and then you kind of use once you use a spoon, then you used your like energy. I think it's a really really good way of picturing the amount of energy you have, and I think a lot of people with chronic illness has this like it's like a lot of times I say that I don't get how people can have the energy to have kids. To me, it sounds very overwhelming. Very overwhelming. Maybe it's like just the thing that you have to push yourself through. You just have to do it. But I don't really have that amount of energy. I feel I have enough to like get through the day and like do the things I want to do. Read books, go to yoga, meditate. Well, meditate is not using a lot of energy, fortunately. Quite opposite. Anyway, then says, sorry, I was dealing with tiny human. How long is the tiny human with you? Are they still there, both of them? That's tiny humans are the Ven's kids. So if you was attending Ven's stream yesterday, his birthday stream, there was like a tiny human also popping up. So, and Ven says hello, everybody, and Livia says hi to Ven, and Ven says I'm 75% done putting books on the new bookcases. Then I can properly tidy, then sorting. Oh, excellent! That's really good. And Sally says, "I like spoon theory. Yeah, it's a very good, good theory and ontology. It's not ontology. There's another word that escapes me, but it gives a really good picture of like the use of energy. And the book hermit, hi, how are you? Happy dark December. I'm a bit hesitant with your name at the moment. Feel free to let me know if there's a certain name you want me to use. I don't want to use the wrong name or anything, like the wrong anything, to be honest with you. So let me know. So the book hermit is out with the kids, but want to pop in and boop the like button and say hi. So yeah, good to see you. If you're still sprinting later, I will be back. Okay. I don't know how long I'll be sprinting, but we'll see. Sally says, I sometimes think that my spoons have holes in them. Yes, there's also something called the forked theory, but I can't quite remember exactly how that goes, but I think that might be closer to like the whole spoons with holes in them. So yeah, it's like the amount of energy is like sometimes you just have to get through the day. I've actually promised to make dinner today, so I need to do that. I'm going to make chickpea and cauliflower curry, and with potatoes as well, I think, and maybe some kale. Put the veggies in. Um, and then Livia says, I feel you, Sally. Then says, I only had the youngest and the technically adult. They're getting thrown in an Uber in about 45 minutes back to mum's. All right. That's also a way to do it. Mm, yeah. And Sally says thanks. And Livia says, hi, Laura. Or hi to the book hermit. So, what are you currently reading, people? As you can see, I'm reading a book in Norwegian, Tre menn til Vilma. I mentioned this at the beginning of the stream. Three Men for Vilma, a Norwegian Christmas book. So far, I'm about 100 something pages in, and I have a library book. It's not by my side because I left it on the table, but on the coffee table. But I'm reading it for my readathon, of course, Dark December readathon. Not sure if any of you are taking part in my readathon. I know there's like prompts. So I have an announcement video, but as I say in that announcement video, for me it's not super important that you follow the prompts. And some of them are like super loose. If you read a book, there's one prompt called tea, and if you read a book and you drink tea at the same time, make a tick. That's the box done. Or you have a cat in your lap when you're reading. Tick off the cat prompt. I'm hoping to read like a book with cats in it. I actually read a book a year and a half ago, I think, where there you have like a talking cat in it. It's like a fantasy book, and the cat in that book is so cool. um, Sometimes I wish I could have a cat, but with allergies and the lifestyle and everything, I don't think I can do it. We're away too much, especially if we go to like Ireland or something. But one day maybe, who knows? But right now, it's not really a thing. Sally says, I'm reading Silence by Erling Kagge. Oh, really? Oh, I wonder what the original name of that book is. Silence, Erling Kagge. Do-do-do-do-do. Let's see. Silence in the Eights. Looks interesting, but oh, sorry, this page is not existing. Okay. Is there somewhere where I can see the original title of that? I presume it's a maybe Goodreads or something. Okay, Storygraph. Storygraph. Silence. Kagge. Nej. Erling Kagge. Silence. Editions. Stillhet i støyens tid. Gleden ved å stenge verden ute. And it's very short. It's from 2016. Translated into a few languages, it seems. Portuguese, German, English, Italian, and Persian. Oh, interesting. Oh, that sounds like a really interesting read, actually. So Livia says, I think I missed the video announcement. Oh, well, it's there. It's out there on my channel. I posted it a week ago. So a little bit late. I was a little bit late with the announcement, and I was planning on doing it like in October, like filming and posting it like at the end of October, but it didn't happen because after I came back from India, I was so tired. I was super like exhausted, tired. It was like a combination of all the impressions, I think, and the long travel back to Norway and feeling exhausted from the travel and just decompressing everything, I think. And also, I was coming over like a bad cold as well. That I got a cold in Jaipur. Fortunately, no daily belly or anything like that. But I was feeling really, really tired, so I didn't get the announcement out until a week ago. But it's okay because today is 1st of December, so the readathon starts today. Sally says, I always have tea when reading, and most of the time Melody is sitting on me. Well, see, you can cross off 2 prompts after 1 page, which is great. Evan says, going to go make sure they are packed and ready. We'll be back in a bit. Have a great second sprint. Thank you, Ben. See you later. Livia says, I'm going to watch it the next sprint. For sure, I can do the tea prompt. Yeah, I love drinking tea. Yeah. Currently, I have coffee. Um, I'm actually probably I have a book that I'm planning on reading, which is going to cross off the tea prompt for me. I can't remember the name at the moment. At the moment. Sally says it's translated by Beck Crook. Oh, right. Don't know the translator, but I can read Norwegian, no problem. So I can read it in the original Norwegian. Future Didi says afternoon. Hi, Didi. Didi. Am I pronouncing it correctly? Didi. I hope so. In Norwegian, it would be Didi, which doesn't make much sense. Didi. It sounds better in English, Didi. Livia says hi to Didi, and Didi says hi to Livia. So, what are you guys reading? Are you reading anything good? Mm, I'm going to put in the link to the announcement video in in the links in the chat. Jesus, I can't speak. And so announcement video. So copy that link and post it. There you go. That's the announcement. Yes, you're saying it correctly. Oh, good. So that's the link to the Dark December Readathon announcement. I've also created a Storygraph challenge. I've put in some books in case people need like suggestions of things to read. But of course, it's like the prompts are like super loose, so you can like it's not super strict. I don't see the point in having a very strict readathon. Basically, the thought behind it, I've tried to explain it. The thought behind it is to embrace the cozy because December is a very dark month here in Norway. It's like the darkest month of the year. We're coming up to solstice, which is like the shortest day. It's almost 2 o'clock here, which means that in an hour there will it'll not be daylight anymore, like not proper daylight. It will be starting to get dark already. And the closer we get to solstice, the darker the days go, or like the shorter they go. Uh, So, there's that. So that's kind of, so I was thinking either because of the darkness, you could either like embrace the coziness or like light up your December with coziness and read cozy books and be cozy, um, like embrace the coziness, or you can go like embrace the darkness of December and read dark books and do all the darkness. So that's the thought behind it. And I made some, like a bingo board if you feel like doing it. But if you pick up a cozy book and just want to read that, and for the readathon, and it doesn't fit with any of the prompts, that's fine. It's not super strict. But I made a bingo board, and I also made like a, a storygraph challenge for that, and I'm posting the link in chat. Um, Dee Dee says, I'm laying in bed eating Bakewells and listening to HB2 before I have to start getting ready to go meet up with friends later for dinner. Oh, you're meeting friends for dinner. That sounds really nice. I'm doing that in a couple of weeks, actually, but I'm probably just going to have beers and have dinner beforehand because the place, it's like the same place every year before Christmas in December. We kind of have a friends Christmas party. It's not really a Christmas party, but they go out and eat lutefisk or similar, like Norwegian Christmas food, and I don't eat it. And the menu at the place where we are meeting up, which is like been like the same place for like since the 90s. Mm, so I'm probably going to eat on beforehand and then just meet up with them and join them and have beers. But it'll be good to see people because many of them I haven't seen in over a year. I don't remember, I haven't been to this Christmas party thing since before the pandemic, actually. During the pandemic, it was too much. I wasn't comfortable going out eating and stuff during the pandemic. And then, um, after, I've been busy moving and whatnot. It just hasn't kind of lined up with anything. But yeah, eating out with friends is really, really nice, I think. So, are we ready for another sprint? It's 50 minutes. I think I want to kind of see if I can catch the tail end of the daylight because I'm kind of not getting any more daylight, though I'm not sure if it's going to get any better. But it is what it is. So I think I'll just do the sprint and then we'll see what happens next. Um, I'm going to continue my book and drink the rest of my coffee. Coffee. Coffee is good. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, let's go into a new sprint and I'll see you later. Stream timer.
झूम 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 गाऊं मैं तेरी सखी झूम झूम गाऊं मैं तेरी सखी पिया से मिलन की आई बेला सखी झूम झूम गाऊं मैं तेरी सखी झूम 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 गाऊं मैं तेरी सखी झूम झूम गाऊं मैं तेरी सखी पिया से मिलन की आई बेला सखी झूम झूम गाऊं मैं तेरी सखी अंबर बदरा छाए मुरवा भी नाचे गाए अंबर बदरा छाए मुरवा भी नाचे गाए कोयल भी गीत गाए मिलन के सखी झूम झूम जाऊं मैं तेरी सखी पिया से मिलन की आई बेला सखी झूम झूम गाऊं मैं तेरी सखी आंगन भई हरियाली झूमे है डारी डारी आंगन भई हरियाली झूमे है डारी डारी प्रीत के गीत गाए मेरा मन सखी झूम झूम जाऊं मैं तेरी सखी झूम 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 झूम
Hello and welcome back. How did this sprint go? Did you get to read anything? Did you do anything else? And hello, new people in the chat. Hello, Devon, and hello, Hamsavahini. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. I know how hard it can be to pronounce names. I know that English speakers tend to pronounce my real name incorrectly all the time. So Luna is good. It's easy. No strong feelings around it. So yeah, I did some reading. I'm about 170 something pages into the book now. I'm still reading Tre menn til Vilma, Three Men for Vilma, which is a Norwegian Christmas book. It has been adapted into a film. I may or may not go to the cinema and watch it. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Devon says, I'm back. I was getting breakfast. Oh, good. Speaking of food, next sprint, I should start making dinner. I'm planning on making chickpea curry with cauliflower and potatoes, I think. So that's dinner plans for today, and lots of spices, of course. Because I like my spices, like spicy food. Um, And yeah, I can feel that it's been a while since I had breakfast because I'm getting hungry again. I should probably eat something before breakfast. No, before breakfast, before dinner. I actually haven't had lunch. It's almost 3 o'clock and I haven't had lunch, which is kind of mad, but oh well. So, yeah, so that's my plan for the next sprint. Hi, Rennie. How are you doing? Good to see you. Have you had a good day so far? Has it been a good Sunday for you? Have you done anything fun? Are you reading anything? What are you reading currently? And Renee says, haven't had lunch either. Yeah. So I actually did have late breakfast. I think I had breakfast around like 11 o'clock. Uh, but it's 4 hours ago, so I should eat something. I still have a lefse left, so I could have that with something on it. That's an option. So many options. Renee says a bit tired, but good. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Haven't read anything yet. Had a slow start. Just back from my cousin. Oh, that's nice. Um, I'm not really close to any of my cousins. I think my cousins that I have the most in common with, which is kind of funny, they live in Denmark. That's my Danish cousins. I think that's the cousins that I have the most in common with. Uh, but I'm not close to any of them. It's like my cousins on my mom's side, they're quite a bit older than I am, so we were never close. And then my cousins on my dad's side, um, we were never like super close anyway. So I don't know why. There's no like good reason for it, I think. Um, yeah. I have no comment to that. So cousins, no, not close to any of my cousins. Also, I'm not a big family person in general. I just like being at home with my partner, who's like my best friend anyway. Renee says just posted a giveaway on Insta. Ooh, giveaway. That sounds cool. Instagram. Let's see if we can find the Instagram. Da, da, da. You're the librarian of Alexandria on Instagram as well, aren't you? I thought you were anyway. Alexandria. Hmm. Home. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, so you're not okay. So you're not the librarian or of Alexandria on Instagram, but I'm following you, aren't I? I think I am. Maybe I am not remembering correctly. Hmm. If you send me, could you send me the link to your Instagram post on Discord, and I'll paste it into the chat, Renee. Then says, I forgot my PC was muted. I need more shelves. That's the everlasting problem, then. Always the lack of shelves, isn't it? Olivia says hi to Renee, and Devon says, I was planning my next week. Oh, that's good. I'm not very good at planning. Of course, I know like the basic stuff that I'm doing next week. So I have work, so I work full time, most of the time. But I'm actually in December and January. I've actually taken a couple of days off each month, because I want to do other things. So that's unpaid. So I'm going to do some stuff privately instead. But that's not next week. So next week I work, and then I work late on Wednesday. On Thursday I have yoga. On Saturday I am going to get some paint for walls. So I'm going to pay. I have a room that I need to paint, which is going to become a library eventually. Hopefully, in not too long. If I could manage to do it before Christmas, that would be great, though I'm not sure if I'm able to. So that's basically my plans for the next week. Other than that, I haven't planned a lot. It's nice to be a little bit spontaneous sometimes. Of course, I probably need to get like maybe some Christmas gifts and stuff, especially the ones going out in the mail. Renee says hi to Livia. And Devon says, might need more coffee. Yeah, I just finished my coffee. Though I think that will be my last coffee for the day, because I should probably not drink more coffee today. I've had enough coffee for today. And also, it's like now that we're at 3 o'clock p.m., 15. It's 15. Now that it's like 15 o'clock, 15. Um, it's like I shouldn't have more coffee. Of course, sometimes I drink coffee after work, but I've had plenty of coffee today, so I'm not going to have any more coffee for today. So Renee says, I'm close to some of them as for cousins. Close to the one I just visited because I visited them a lot during my childhood, them living in Oslo. All right. That's nice. So Renee says, gonna do one each Sunday until Christmas. Giveaway. Okay. That's nice. and I just got a picture from Sally of Melody. Oh, hello from Melody. I'm going to see if I can do a little bit of a melody here. Mm, uh, let's see if I can find the picture of Melody. Melody. Oh, that was a very big picture. I didn't mean it to be that big. Uh, so here's Melody, everyone. That's Melody. Isn't she cute? So that's Sally's cat. She adopted Melody. Ah, such a beautiful cat. uh, so that's Melody. So she's saying hello to everybody. Uh, so where are we in the chat? Olivia says, I chatted with my husband, did a load of laundry, watched the announcement video, and started to choose the books. Oh, well done, Olivia. That's very productive. And good on the laundry, because laundry, as we know, never ends. So, so Renee says, yep, follow each other. That's to Instagram. Yeah. I posted it on the promo on Bokprat. Okay, so I'll find it there then. Bokprat. Promo. It's a bit big, this thing here. So I don't know if you're. That's a lot of things going on here. There we go. So, right. Instagram. Choose. So, I don't know. It doesn't really say, Renee, whether if your giveaway is international. Let me know. So so that's Melody. So remove the picture. Let me know. So this is the giveaway. Renee's giveaway on Instagram. I've posted it in the chat. I don't know if it's international. And going to do one each Sunday until Christmas. Okay. Where are we in the chat? Next week, a friend has a birthday party also going. Ooh. Going to a pub quiz on Tuesday. Oh, that's nice. I'm really terrible when it comes to quizzes because I have no knowledge of anything. That's not completely true, but I'm not very good with like details and stuff. I'm usually say I'm a librarian and really good at searching up stuff. And might see Wicked again. Oh, was it good? I haven't seen it. I haven't read the book either or seen the musical. Devin says I need to stay on top of HS things for son. HS, assume that might mean high school, I think. High school is slightly fuzzy for me, to be honest with you. I don't really understand the age. I always thought it was like the same as our videregående, but I think maybe high school is a little slightly younger. I'm not sure. I've kind of come to the conclusion, or maybe it's I'm very confused. And also, like middle grade is apparently not the same as mellomtrinnet in Norway. So school systems are so different from country to country. So yeah, Devin says I need to. I'm also trying to build my YouTube channel, or sorry, yeah, and my author biz. Okay, I'm also trying to build my YouTube channel. So much planning. All right, okay. I'm very relaxed about my YouTube channel. I've had it for next year. It's turning 15 years old, and it's still really small, and it's maintainable. um, so it is. It's not that bad. I don't really stress about anything. And Renee says, "Oh, Melody," and Olivia says, "Cute kitty," as to the picture of Melody. And Sally says, "She's really still enough to me to take a good picture." Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about Melody, but when I visit Lumos, the cat to my ex-girlfriend's cat, he's kind of like once you take your camera out, he kind of looks another way or or like walks away or something. And yeah, it's very hard to get like a good picture of him. That's for sure. Mm, so Renee's it is. So I guess yeah. So Renee's giveaway, which I linked to, like the Instagram one that I linked to in the chat, is international. That's good. That is good. So it says open all over the world. All right, okay. So no, not in those normal words, but it is okay. I really enjoyed it, so I guess that's wicked. Yeah, wicked. So Devin says high school about 15 years to 18 years old. 15, 16, 17, 18, 4 years? High school is 4 years? Or is it 3 years? Um, that is kind of our videregående, isn't it? At least when I was in school. But things have changed, so I'm totally confused to like school in general. I don't have kids, so I don't really know what what age people are. Um, Renee says, "Oh, that many years? Yeah, 15 years next year. It's I don't know when how that happened. There has been some years that I haven't been very active. I had like a period where I kind of didn't do YouTube at all. But then I started it up again. I think the main reason when I kind of stopped doing YouTube for a while, it was because like almost all the people that I had like a connection to, they stopped and they weren't like around anymore. So yeah, that I don't know what happened there. It just fizzled out, I guess. And then I started doing it again, and yeah, it's fun to do BookTube. I actually had another channel before this one. I had a channel ages ago, so I'm not quite sure. I can't remember exactly when it was, but it was pre this channel. And I don't have access to that channel anymore because it was before Google bought YouTube. So it's that old. And I talked about horror films most of the time. Well, that's pretty much what I did. And that was fun, but that's a long time ago. And I don't have access to that channel anymore. And fortunately, I did everything private, like made everything private before I left. And I don't have the password. I don't have access to the email connected to it. Nothing. So it's gone, I guess. Mm, and Renee says, my channel turned 5 years. Oh, happy 5 years on YouTube. Devin says, high school is 4 years. Oh, right. Okay. So 4 years is a long time because our videregående is 3 years. And then you have ungdomsskolen, which is 3 years. And then before that, there's 7 years of barneskolen. And I'm not quite sure exactly when mellomtrinnet is, but it's up until year 7. Also, we start school at 6 now, I think. It was 7 when I went to school. Uh, in Italy, high school is 5 years, but do you call it high school or do you call it something else, Livia? Because we have like barneskolen, uh, ungdomsskolen, videregående, universitet eller høyskole. Only I speak it with a broader accent, so I don't say skole, I say skole. Barneskole, ungdomsskole, videregående, universitet, høyskole. That's what I say. Uh, so René says 4, 5, 6, 7 is mellomtrinnet. All right. So year 4 to 7. Okay. Elementary is 5 years, middle school is 3 years, and high school is 5. His grading level is one. The grading level. What is grading level? I don't know what grading level is. Is that when you get grades in school? Because you don't, in Norway, you don't get any grades until ungdomsskole, when you're like year 8, 9, and 10. Livia says we have different types, liceo and professionals. Professionals. Is that the correct way to say it? So elementary is grades 1 to 5, middle is 6 to 8, and high school is 9 to 12. All right. Yeah, I think American schools is very different from Norwegian. I remember when I was in university, and I studied English, and I did one semester in the UK, in Cardiff, in Wales. And I was, well, first of all, the students were a lot younger than I was. I was like in my 20s. I was like 24, I think. It was like the last semester of my university degree. Like, it wasn't upper grade, and it was like my first degree. And I think like a lot of this my fellow students, I was very surprised. Well, I kind of get that they're a lot younger because they start school earlier than we do, and I was so surprised because they were like in university and they lacked like some of the things that I thought of as like basic knowledge of grammar. And I was super surprised that they didn't like know these like basic rules that we had in like school in Norwegian, like the equivalent of the grammar in Norwegian. So I knew what like a subject was, for example. We learned that in school, but I had like fellow students from the UK, and they didn't even know what a subject was. It's like as like it's most often the subjective. I forget the words, or the pronoun in the sentence. It's like a basic sentence is like most of the time it's like 3 parts. It's like subjective, verbal, and objective. And for example, if you say she ate an apple, she will be the subjective, ate will be the verbal, and an apple will be the objective. So like really basic things like that, my fellow students didn't seem to know, which surprised me. because we learned that in like fairly basic in school. Like I don't remember which grade, but it was fairly early. Uh, so Devin says learning so much about different countries. Yeah, it's always fun, isn't it? um, so Livia says in Italy, Istituti Tecnici, is that the correct pronunciation? Are professionals. Professionals. I'm not sure if I understand what that means. Does that mean that after you do that, you can start working or something? I know very little about the Italian school system because that's never something people talk about. I we had about like UK school system when I went to school because we were very UK centered. Like Sally says, in the UK, primary school is from 4 or 5 years to 11 years old, then high school until 16, whereupon the child can leave or go to sixth form or college, then university at 18. Yeah. Uh, Devin says, in the US, colleges are smaller than university. Yeah. In Norway, most schools are like it's like after it's like university after high school. Um, we had something called university college when I was doing my second education as a librarian. I went and did a bachelor's degree in library and information science, and that was at Oslo University College. That school is not existing anymore. It's now Oslo Metropolitan University, it's called. And there's, of course, Oslo University as well, which is something different. That's where I did my English degree, or English was the major of that degree. But then again, I'm old enough to have done a totally different system first. So I have a bachelor in library and information science, but when I did that, that was in my late 20s. I actually got the bachelor's degree, like graduated from that in when I was 30 or 31, was it? I think it must have been 31 because it was two, oh, I don't remember. Anyway, uh, so that was very new at the point. So my other degree was a candidata magistri degree, it's called. I think some sort of Latin thing. So that was a major in English, and then I also had like some history of IDs, it was called, and some information. Um, it's very old fashioned, but it was like some um, information technology stuff. But it's very hard to explain, and it's very not outdated, but it was like programming and stuff. So I did that for one semester. Sally says, yes, I'm surprised how much grammar knowledge has deteriorated since I was in school. Yeah, and this, Sally, was in 1999 when I was in Cardiff. Um, so I was kind of blown. I don't have no clue how it's like here today, though I have a feeling it's the same in Norway. That it's like, and sometimes when you talk to young people and they kind of lack like things that I think of like as common knowledge, like things that I knew about when I was younger, even like things like music and like things that wasn't exactly like connected to my time, but like to my parents' time and maybe even my grandparents' time, I knew about. So I don't know what the reason for that is. It doesn't really, I don't know. I have no clue. Uh, Um, so Olivia says Liceo can be scientifico with more STEM specific subjects. Classical is more about literature, and we learn also ancient Greek. Oh, wow. Uh, I think that's kind of cool, but is it very useful? um, Magistrale is for people that want to become teachers. But do you do that like at an early age? How old are you when you do that? Professionals are for people that want to do works like electricians, beauty professionals, etc. So yes, people that want to learn how to do a work. Yeah, that makes sense. Um, oh, I was like, I'm really curious, Livia, to how old you are when you kind of choose the direction in life. Also, I think it was someone who talked about retirement age, and it kind of blew. It's like my head kind of exploded when I heard about it. I think that was maybe in Greece that people retire at 50. That is super early. I mean, I'm 50. I'm not ready to retire yet. I'm probably working for another 20 years or so. Also, retiring so early is not very good for the country's economy. So it's good to work for a longer time and pay your taxes and all those things. Don't just be right back getting that coffee. Oh, yes, very important coffee. And Livia says, Devon, I love learning about other countries. Yes, it's always interesting. Livia says you have to choose very early at 13 years old. Really? How does that work out? Because how do you know at 13 years old what you want to become? I for sure didn't know what I wanted to become when I was 13 years old. I mean, I didn't really know until my 20s. So is it easy to change career paths in Italy, or do you kind of once you've chosen, you have to stick to it? Um, because I'm very happy that I could change my career paths when I was in my 20s. Because I had no clue when I was in my teens. I had no clues. I just enjoyed like learning things. So yeah, I didn't have any clue to what I was wanted to do. Renee says, I think the world is much more in circles. You can easily just watch movies you enjoy and just do more if the same, unless your parents force you to see Home Alone, you might not watch it. Uh, the world is much more in circles. You can easily just watch movies you enjoy and just do more of the same, unless your parents force you to see Home Alone, you might not watch it. I'm not quite sure what you mean. Hello, Courtney. How are you doing? Um, Good to see you. What are you up to today? Are you sprinting as well? I'm. It seems like you're doing sprinting on Sundays a lot of the times. Let me know. If you're sprinting, I can link to your sprint. Renee says like before you just had one TV channel, so everyone watched the same things. Now you're just so many options. Oh, right. Well, actually, when I grew up, we had more than one channel. We had a Norwegian NRK, and then there were two Swedish channels that we had. I grew up really close to Sweden, so and even when I was like really little, we had like the antenna up on the roof. We had like the two Swedish channels easily as well because I grew up so close to Sweden. And then, of course, at some point we got like other channels like TV2, the Norwegian channel 2. And TV3 was also fairly early. That must have been when I was in my teens, I think. And yeah, so we had more than one channel. And there's a lot of stuff I never really watched because I was like out with my friends and stuff. Um, and Livia says many people change their minds when they're older. Yeah. And Livia says hi to Courtney. Sally says retirement used to be 60 for females and 65 for men. It has been creeping up for several years and will be 68 when I am able to retire. Oh, I didn't know that. In Norway, it has been 67 for I don't know how long. Um, so like 67 is like the retirement, unless you're in like some certain professionals. Like I know that nurses can retire at 65. But like the general retirement age in Norway is 67, but I think you can work until you're 71 or 72. I'm a bit vague and fuzzy on it. I'll probably have to at least work until I'm 70, I think, to get retirement, any like retirement money. Home Alone. I'm still not quite sure about the Home Alone things, bubble of things. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what you mean. Anyway, and Courtney's sprinting. No, okay, find your I'll find your sprint, Courtney. I'll find your sprint. Okay, okay. Boom, boom, boom. There's Courtney's channel.
Black Vehicles Pro
Oh,
Shop.
sorry. Booping your thumb, Courtney, and here's the link. And here's the link to Courtney's sprint. So Courtney says retirement ages are too high. But I'm 50. I couldn't even imagine retiring yet. But if you go back 50, 60 years, there was only one channel to watch. People have the same references because it was just a few TV radio stations. Ah, yeah. Yes. But that's not kind of what I was thinking of, though. It's like other things, like an old-fashioned telephone. Um, like the black phones on the walls and stuff, like they had, like when my grandparents were like in the 50s. So that's like 70 years ago. I know how they look like, and I knew how they looked like when I was a tween, at least. So they're like all these kind of little things, like this history, these things like fairly close in history, that we kind of knew. But I have the impression that a lot of young people today, they don't have the same impression of the close history like we had. Livia says, same in Italy, Sally. There were discussions about arriving at 70. And maybe for some types of work would be fine, but not for others' work for sure. Yeah, so the more heavy work in Norway has a retirement age of 65, and then 67 is like and we also have something called the AFP, which is for like certain groups. So you can retire at 62, I think, for certain groups. So Renee says, no, not everyone has the same knowledge because people not interacting with the same media. But it's not about media, Renee. It's about other things, like talking to people that are older than you, for example. So it's not just like media, because a lot of the things I knew about was not from media. Um, it was from interacting with friends, family friends, things like that. My grandmom had the wall phone. Yeah. So when I grew up, we had like the one with the you. How do you explain this? The gray telephone. uh, um, mm, mm. Let's see. So this is, it's so funny. You can like uh, find find like pictures of things that in museums now that like you had when you grew up, that I find that mildly amusing. Mm. So I'm going to see if I can share the phone we had when I grew up. Ba, ba, ba. So no stream. So mm, uh, let's see if I can find this there. So this is the kind of phone we had when I grew up. This is the phone we had when I grew up. I'm quite sure there are other people as well that had the same phone in the chat. Uh, and then Curly says, thank you. Well, if you don't watch historical movies and your grandparents are younger, you wouldn't know about the phone type. Uh, but it wasn't my grandparents. They didn't have it, but I visited houses of people. Maybe, but I didn't really, it's very hard to explain. So that was the phone we had when I grew up. I have to go, going to make more Christmas snacks with a friend and then quiz. See you another day. Okay, have fun with your friend Renee. Livia asks, do you think a fate inked in blood can work for Nordic? A fate in, but I don't know that word. Fate inked in blood. Mm. Oh, it's that book. How? Mm, Oh, Freya. Yes, it can work it can work for Nordic. I also think it might work for Norse mythology because it seems like it's inspired by that. Even though they say Bjorn instead of Björn, that's a pet peeve of mine, is that they don't do the Norwegian letters. uh, Ventus, we had a brown one. Yeah, they came in different colors. And Livia says, my family had the same phone. Oh, it's fun. Oh, people, it's now 4:30 already. I think we should do another sprint. So But I think it'll be shorter one. We'll do the last sprint, and it'll be 30 minutes. I think 30 minutes is okay. Or I could do Read Norse Mythology by Neil Gaiman. Yeah, you could do that as well, Livia. It's I think there's an audiobook by Neil where Neil Gaiman reads it as well. But I'm not sure if I would recommend listening to the audiobook because I have a hunch he's doesn't know how to pronounce the names, as you know. Sally says others was like aliens, but the only available color was black. Oh yeah, so, there were black ones as well. They came in different colors. Anyway, 30-minute sprint, and then I'll need to start making dinner. So I'll see you on the other side of that.
thousands of miles away. Every heartbeat, every breath is filled with thoughts of you. I am so lost without you, and I don't know what to do. Sleepless nights, filled with all the things I didn't say, that will make it okay. Turn back time, never let you slip away. Every heartbeat, every breath is filled with thoughts of you. I am so lost without you, and I don't know what to do.
Hello, 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 and welcome back from the sprint. How did it go? Did you do anything interesting? Um, so I prepped all the stuff for the dinner, or like most of the stuff for the dinner, so now I can just start cooking. And yeah, apparently my mic was on, and I didn't pay attention to the chat or anything because I was cooking. So such things happen, but it is what it is. So thank you, Sally, for pointing it out, even though I didn't really realize it. I didn't see it until it was kind of too late. Anyway, I hope it wasn't too annoying for people that I was watching YouTube while cooking and stuff like that. Anyway, so Devin said, sadly, I must run and get ready for the day. Thanks for the sprint and happy productivity, everyone. Thank you, Devin. I am going to cook after this. So Devin says, I am now dealing with the disaster zone that is the rest of the room. Good luck, then. I hope that will go well. I'm actually going to end this because it's past 4 o'clock. It's pretty much completely dark outside, and yeah, I need to get this dinner going so that I'm not going to starve. I'm not going to starve, but I need to get this dinner done because I'm getting hungry, and it'll take a little while before it's done anyway. Such are things. So I thank you to everybody who stopped by. Might stream again on Tuesday. I'm not completely sure. I think I might be fine. I hope, even though the picture is not great, I should be fine, I think. So I might do that on Tuesday and do another sprint. Probably not a long one since it's a Tuesday and I have work the day after. Well, I have work day after today as well, but I haven't been to work today, so I could do it earlier in the day. But I think I'll do it on Tuesday after work. 7 o'clock Norwegian time or 19. That will be 6 o'clock UK time, 6 p.m. 1800. So that's Tuesday. So in 2 days. Sally says, I sorted out the mountain of black clothes from finding what to wear yesterday. Oh. Yeah, I have a lot of black clothes as well, Sally. As long as it's as long as you get like an item of each thing you need, I think you're good. Uh, but yeah, I should tidy up my clothes as well. Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to end this here because I need to get things done and not pay attention to the screen. And get, I also want dinner. So yeah, I'll try streaming on Tuesday and I'll see you around then. And until then, have a good rest of the day and I'll see you around. Bye. Should say bye. Bye.